We're in today with the GTS 450 from Asus. This is a 2010 video card. I'm gonna see how it's running with 192 shaders, 1 gig of VRAM GDDR5 at 128 bits bus width, running with 850 megahertz on the core clock and 950 megahertz on the memory clock. We're gonna pair it up with this weak CPU i9-10 Gen. We're gonna see if it's bottlenecking this awesome video card. Let's jump in a couple of games and see how this legendary video card is still holding. All right, so GTS 450 in GTA 5, yes, DirectX 10, 720p, FXA because we need the edges and everything on normal details with advanced graphics, 0.5 on frame scale. Hopefully we get enough FPS to say it's playable. I mean, come on, look at this. It's just the guidance, you know, based on the VRAM, you know, the settings. I knew 720p, you know, to lower the stress, you know, put it on 0.5 because it helps with the... It looks... okay, let's adjust it because we need more quality in this. Okay, so display, put it on advanced or put it on 0.6 and see if it's running because we need some details. Okay, so 100 FPS. I'll take 100 FPS, you know, I don't want, you know, I'm a little generous, you know. The GPU is doing fantastic, 80 FPS in the garage. 0.8, 0.9, it's reaching interesting numbers with this video card. I think it can do even 1080p, but then you will stress it. If I put now on 1080p with 56 FPS, then it will crack under 30 and I don't want that. Apparently it's kind of playable, you know, in GTA 5 with this video card. Got nice averages, 37 on minimal, 83 average. I mean, it's okay. Nearly 60 FPS on average on 1%. On the VRAM side, I got like 0.8 gig of VRAM. Is not fully bottlenecking the VRAM. The core itself, sometimes you see it dips under 90% and it just so pleasant to play GTA 5 with this video card, with this setting, 720p. I think if I put it on 1080p, it will be horrible and it will not be okay. But I really appreciate it, seriously. I really appreciate this video card, how it's performing today. I have a lot of games to test. Close the door with the head. Even in the casino, it's got playable FPS. Usually when I come in the casino, it just drops below playable FPS. So now I got like 60 FPS on average, 0.8 VRAM, but the core is loaded. So yeah, apparently, actually I kept it on 50%. But I like how it looks on 0.6, you know? I want to say no to a little more quality on the texture. Give me some money, no t-shirt. Or P. Imagine giving you another vehicle. Let's start with the most awesome game ever. 1080p, advanced graphics, everything was on maximum details with this video card. And this is kind of cool to see this working like this. Oh yes, sniper mode, no rushing, no stress. This is cool. This is overall awesome. 70 FPS on average, 43 on 1%. If you're interested on playing games that doesn't run properly on a video card like this, you can go ahead and play those games. But for me, to see games like this in with the GTS 450 running spectacular, this is kind of cool. I really like how it's looking, seriously. I really like overall performance with this. Apparently it's reaching 60 degrees now, but it's a maximum load all the time. Look at it, 98, 99% load on the core, yeah? What do you expect for an old video card like this? But if you pair it up with Modern Warfare 3, apparently it's delivering the performance. This is so freaking nice to see this performance. Yep, CPU has no problem. I made the kill. It's a pleasure to be in this game with this video card, seriously. I like the details, you know. I like how the game looks and I like how it's performing with a video card like this. Let's jump into Dota 2 and see how the GTS 450 is holding. I'm gonna put it on medium details and see how it's running with 1080p. I think the GPU can actually hold it. So, how are we doing? Averaging in Dota with this GTS. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh my god. Well done, seriously, well done, nice kill, but you can actually see that the core is loaded 99% constantly. The CPU doesn't help, but it's utilizing 11.7 gig of system RAM. That's good, you know, that the system is doing its job, but you don't need an i9 10 gen, you know. I thought it will bottleneck this GTS 450. On the other side of the GPU, let's see how much VRAM we are using. 0.7 gig of VRAM. It's on medium details 1080p, so the GPU can actually hold the game pretty well, but I wish I had an intensive fight so I can see how much it drops. Very interesting, but the VRAM is staying there. The temperature is there on 60 degrees. It's so fascinating to see this GTS 450 with only 37% of fan power. Fantastic performance from this GTS 450 in Dota 2. Seriously, this is good. This is not good. This is really good. We're in War Thunder. I'm actually surprised if this game is working. I'm on minimal detail 1080p, and let's jump into the game and see how the game is performing. Let's see how the game is averaging here, because I'm interested in some good numbers in the game. I want to see if I get the opportunity to play a couple of games online. Yes, so if I'm interested to play some shooting, free to play, Steam library, you know, if I want to utilize the Steam library, I need to know what free to play games I can play on this video card. And apparently War Thunder is one of them. War Thunder is a free to play game, so I can play it with this GTS 450 with only 1 gig of VRAM on lowest details. I'm not gonna lie, 23 is not the ideal one, but it's not a fast-paced game. Let's see if we're getting some nice averages. I'll put this one so I can see the plane. Critical hit. Somebody shot me from... Oh, look at him. He's behind me. How many FPS do I have with this? 11 on minimals. Oh, that's not okay. But it's working. 55 FPS on average. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's take a look on the GPU and see how much VRAM we're using. 0.8 gig of VRAM. That's good. You know, the memory clock is good. The core clock is good. Everything is good with this video card in the game. I seen that in the air was dropping to 50, you know. That's why I wanted to go as fast as possible in the air. And yeah, overall it is doing a fantastic job. There is no problem with the game. Actually, in the bushes around the texture here, it's dropping to 45. Why? I'm gonna push just a little further and see how I'm gonna die. Beat him up. There's no point on actually playing War Thunder if we don't play World of Tanks. Medium details. I think I can do medium details with this. I don't know. I'm gonna try our luck and see if we can actually push this video card to 60 FPS with medium details. But I don't think, because it's gonna pass 1 gig of VRAM, but we're gonna see. I mean, it's playable, but it's not quite okay. So what I can do, I put it on 80% render scale. Maybe I get 60 FPS. Yes, apparently with the render scale, I can actually make the video card run with 60 FPS. Okay, I'll take this. I'll take this render scale and I'm gonna run with it. 71 FPS is not that bad, seriously. I'm gonna appreciate that number. 30 on minimal, 42 on 1%. It's an interesting number, you know. Actually, when I'm sniping, it's stupid as hell. 0.9 gig of VRAM, 99% maximum, no peak, no nothing, just flat 99% on the core. Don't want to jinx it, I don't want to say nothing, but those numbers are stupid, you know. I mean, it's working, you know. It's a GTS 450. And it's still holding in 2023. So yes, World of Tanks with a GTS 450 on medium details was not a very bright idea, but I'm 100% sure if you put it on low details, it will work even better. In this situation, the video card managed to utilize every single component. The core, the memory, everything was on maximum. In some situation, it was even lagging super hard below playable FPS. So don't really suggest medium details. Maybe low details, it would be ideal. Look at this, 4 minimals and 1%. No, I don't want that, because I know the video card is working really nice with performance mode with low details. Can't go away with testing this video card without Fortnite. So on 1080p with performance mode with low details, with 100% render scale. We're gonna test Fortnite and see how it's running with this GTS 450. Let's see how we're doing in the air. 53 FPS on it in the air. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool to see this video card performing like this. It's very understandable because the GPU is not that new. From a video card that is from 2010, this is a very interesting performance, you know. So 24 minimas, 37 on 1%, everything is maxed out. Actually, no, the core and the VRAM is not maxed out. Maybe when you reach the ground, I think it's going to be bottleneck. There is no bottleneck from the CPU, neither the system RAM. 11 gig of system RAM. I don't think the memory is the problem. So why it's underutilizing? Why is only utilizing 90% and 0.8? Let's go up top. Actually, I'm averaging really nice in the game, seriously, with this GTS. All right, I got literally everything. I was so into the game, and all of a sudden when I pressed 7 and bang, it crashed. And I remember a couple of videos before I done the same thing, and I didn't know why it was still crashing. All that being said, I still think it's okay to play Fortnite with this GTS 450. It's not a bad video card overall. Don't have the brightest minimals and 1% in the game, but if you want to adjust it in such a way that you get better numbers, then you have the possibility. That's the only thing I can say. The VRAM is almost not the problem. The only problem is the core, and that will be something that you have to do in the render scale or the resolution. 900p, 70% render scale, who knows? Those are the things that you can do. Let's test the Fortnite and see how the game is performing with this video card. I already put the desktop resolution to 720p so I can see if I can play the game properly with this. Hopefully it doesn't